As a small biz pro, I saw we roll, using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, I saw we grow, using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah, I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Oh yeah. Crystal Mitchell, do you have my
Good
business
afternoon.
plan?
This is the Business Zone with
Crystal.
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And today, Crystal, we're going to have a great show.
We have a house full,
House
actually.
full in celebration of Women's Month.
Women's History Month.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so we didn't celebrate quite a few very talented women this month.
I know.
And so we've had a great month, and we are on to finishing out the month strong as we started.
That's what
so
I'm
I'm
talking
going to
about.
start with a poem that I really
good.
meant to read last week, and we ran out of time when we had what's the young lady's name?
Isatel.
Yeah. She was
She was amazing.
She was. And I've been so busy, I haven't been able to get the video up, so I will be getting that up. But right now, I have a client that's got my full, undivided attention.
I hear that. I hear that.
So I have to kind of work with him. But we're going to start it with this poem, and then we're going to go on and talk about, some women that we know that have been doing some amazing stuff.
Outstanding women.
Outstanding women. So the poem is The Strength of a Woman, and it's written by Naomi Johnson. The strength of a woman is her kind-hearted ways that she forever displays. It's her loving, confident smile that takes you to the highest place with the glimpse of determination shone upon her face. The strength of a woman is the amazing ability to withstand pain, bringing life into this world, even if the man does not want to entertain. It is the ability to raise her child on her own when the man left her all alone to support them until they are grown. The strength of a woman is the intrinsic style to protect like a child without being hostile. It's the humble heart she shows that warms the soul when her spirit's feeling low. The strength of a woman knows how to restrain her tongue when insults are being flung. It's the lovely expression she conveys with the eyes and respect for herself. She does not deny. The strength of a woman is the devoted traits that she has standing by her man's side when problems arise. It's her inspirational words she gives her mate, making him feel oh so great. The strength of a woman is her gentle touch you love so much. It's her loyal love to one guy she continues to create without being irate. The strength of a woman is her intellectual mind, oh so chic with the words she speaks. It's the versatile quality she uses without spirit of guile. The strength of a woman is learning how to love when she's been hurt over again without committing a sin. The strength of a woman is not her traditional love she has to live on. It's her unconditional spiritual love that has not yet gone. And that is by Naomi Johnson. So that is the strength of women.
That is phenomenal, Crystal.
And it's amazing because, in this day and age in our political environment, and we know that the upcoming elections is going to change a very male-dominated workspace, and I think it's time for the woman to be able to stand up and take her place.
I've been saying this for a long time now, and, just referring back to those words that you were speaking, I kept thinking about my mom in my mind. Every one of those words represented her tremendously.
Yeah.
And what's going on right now, we know that we're going to have to pivot to the woman in power.
Yeah.
And it's only a matter of time. I mean, it's evident that we need a change. It's evident that we need to see some women operating in the leadership role. So we can't wait to see that. So this upcoming election, I'm sure we're going to see some great results.
Oh, of course, because, like you said, with your mom, and I know my mom was a single mom, especially throughout my teen years. My stepfather was around when I was a kid. But my mom, she was an amazing lady, and I don't even know how she did some of the things she did. Yeah. And it wasn't until I was grown and we were like best of friends and now we're sharing her life. It's like, wow, you are like a rock of Gibraltar. Mm-hmm. And I never felt fear. I never felt, insecure. I
You felt safe and protected.
I felt safe and protected, and she had some very challenging times in her life.
And that's another reason why I'm thinking that having women in these leadership positions in politics would really help a lot, because I remember when I was growing up with my mom, you know, we're going to school, we don't have money. She has her last dollar, right?
Yes.
Last dollar. And there are two of us.
Right.
She split it 50-50. She didn't get anything. So she went to work without.
Right.
And she made it happen. Sometimes we come home, no dinner. And she figured it out. She go into the cupboard and whatever she finds
magic,
in there,
right?
she
It's
makes
like,
dinner out of it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know when it comes to budget, managing budget, women are phenomenal. Not that I'm biased per se, because I prefer women clients, and you know why. Because they pay, right? They pay.
But they take care of business.
Exactly. But, you know, women, when it comes to budget, they make that money stretch. They make it happen. So, I can just see them working in those positions.
And even with dire things going on in their interrelationships, if their husband's there around, or if the husband or the father is not around, and if he's not around, then she's got conflict on the other side. But I know in my family, it wasn't until I think I was like 12 or 13 years old that I knew that there was conflict going on.
Right.
And at that point, I was more aware. But she didn't feel that was something that should flow over into take away our childhood.
Exactly.
So it's just the capabilities that women have, and when it comes to our children, and when we look in this world today, when our kids can't even go to school and be safe, you know, when I hear these children in Florida that's having, I mean, they're more concerned. And I was talking to Greg Winston, that was on the show with Bob, with the book Barbed Wire Souls, and we were talking the other day, and I said, you know, isn't it absolutely amazing that the children are more engaged in this situation than their parents are?
Yeah, because they're trying to make a better future for themselves and their kids.
Right.
I mean, not to say the parents don't care, but kids, they see things differently right now.
Right.
If you notice, most of what we're doing right now is being run by the younger generation. Everything we're doing, the market analysis, market research, everything that's being done right now is all geared towards the younger population.
Right, exactly, because that's the next generation, right? And so when these kids are saying, I saw something the other day that was really kind of sad. It was a young boy, he was a young black kid, and I think he was in Chicago, and he was going to school, and he told his mom, I need to write my will before I go to class, before I go to school. He was like 8 or 9 years old.
That is deep.
Because he says, I don't know if I'm going to come back home, because you know, our kids are watching.
That is deep.
And there should be no conversation about whether or not we should be keeping
kids should be like kids. You know, they live as kids, not worrying about those types of things. But things have changed.
Things have changed. And so it looks like our kids are going to be the ones. And then we need women to balance it out, because men are
got to balance it out.
Yeah.
In the spirit of Women History Month, we're going to do what we can here on the Business Zone to make it happen. Now, for those of you who are just tuning in, you're on the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan. You're a small business paramedic. If you need to give us a call, our number here is 323-293-3375. That's 323-293-3375. If you have any questions or any comments, any suggestions, any feedback you want to give us, please give us a call. And our guests, we've got two wonderful guests who are going to be on our show today. We
so
just
speaking
can't
of
wait.
women of strength, we have both of them is coming on, and they're both amazing women of strength.
I tell you.
I know how running organizations and
can't wait,
and just taking care of family and we all
juggling everything
4 or 5 hats.
Oh yes.
4 or 5 hats.
And the thing about it is, you know, I know these women very closely because I've known them for a few years now, and I've seen them. I've observed them in the marketplace, in the industry, how they operate, and it's just phenomenal. Yeah. Got to give them credit.
Okay.
Got to give them credit.
I'm just women just alone, just period.
Yes.
It's just
Can't wait.
Pretty cool.
Can't wait.
Just very excited to have them today. So how was your week?
Oh, my week. How was my week? My week was kind of mixed, kind of crazy. As a matter of fact, we just started our 4th year with the National Latina Business Women Association. So class number 2 we had this past Tuesday, and it was amazing. It was on business infrastructure and best practices.
Ah.
Yeah, so we have some great female entrepreneurs in the class, and it seems as if the class is growing, which I really like, and they really love the material they're getting. And as you know, when I teach these classes, I'm about results. I'm about taking them from one level to the next.
Okay.
So I can't wait to see what they're like once we complete week 7.
So what are some of the businesses that are in the class?
Well, one business is a decor business. They do decoration, real estate. Another business, she does health and fitness training.
Okay.
And then we have 2 sisters who are in the catering business. They cater tacos.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait to taste it because I hear it's wonderful.
Oh, so they're going to bring you some samples?
Oh, yes. And you know I'm a big critic, right? So if it tastes good, it's going to get my blessing. And if not, I'll give them some coaching as to how they can enhance what they do. And we have a few others. Isatel is one of them. Isatel. She's one of them.
Well, she's just absolutely amazing.
She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I see her going places.
Yes.
I see her going places.
Such an amazing young lady.
Oh, yes.
And she doesn't let her limitations stop her at all.
Exactly.
I was just so impressed with the whole interview last week.
If she doesn't tell you, you don't know that she's partially blind.
No, you would not know it at all.
And she's just phenomenal.
Yeah. I was very, very...
I'm going to do whatever I can to help her because I really believe in her. She's got that... that oomph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a quiet storm.
Yeah, she is. Yes, she is. So we'll see. Following the next 5 to 6 weeks in this class, we'll see what's going to happen.
Cool.
How about you? How was your week?
Let's see. I'm working. It's tax season. Mm-hmm. So I have a couple of clients that I'm having. I got one client that actually we're not even doing his taxes. We're just getting him ready because he's got a loan that we need to have some final reports, financial reports. And here is something. This is for all business owners. When he had a bookkeeper who didn't do his job. And because it's important that business owners understand some part of what it takes and what your book should look like, it wasn't identified early enough. And so now I'm having to come in and discover what this guy did and fix and get the financial reports to
this person, is he like a legitimate accountant?
I think he is a legitimate accountant. I just don't know if he knew how to use QuickBooks Online. And so what he was doing, because with QuickBooks Online, unlike the desktop, it integrates with your bank account. And so it's actually your bank account information is in real time. You still have to reconcile what you're doing on your side in your check register with it, but all of the expenses and all the income is already there. Right. You just have to match them.
Make them sync.
You got to make them sync to reconcile them. Right. So he was plugging them in like you would do in a regular software accounting program where you do your journal entries, but there's a lot of double entries because all you had to do was click and add.
So he really didn't understand the process.
Yeah, he didn't understand the process. So
see, I tell clients all the time, before you take on a consultant, you want to, interview them, see if they know what they're doing, and you want to reach out to other potential consultants as well and match it up, see if they really know what they're talking about, and then go back, pick a choice, pick one of them.
Yeah, because
it looks like that didn't happen in this
That
case.
did not happen. And, the owner of the business, he's very astute. This is a legacy business. He took over his father's business when his father passed. He's a very smart man. So he's definitely, and he grew up it's a restaurant industry. He grew up helping his father, and he has the skills. It's just he hired someone who he assumed had the skills to keep him in compliance.
Well, he's in good hands with you right now, and I'm sure he'll never make that mistake again.
No,
because now he's going to see the results. He's going to go out and tell his friends, and he's probably going to kick himself a few times for making that mistake, because now it probably cost him some money over there. Now going to cost him.
Yeah, it's going to cost him, and it actually could cost him his loan. So that's why. I've kind of put him as the priority. So that's what I've been working with all week long.
Right.
And let's see what else is going on. Then I got other clients that I'm kind of getting ready for taxes because, of course, they waited to the last minute, and like they usually do.
Yeah.
And which is why I don't do the tax part because I would not be a happy camper right now.
I hear that. So, they come to you with their shoebox and all these receipts, right?
Yeah.
Crystal, can you make this happen?
And then they start calling you like every 10 minutes. Well, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Whoa.
When am I going to get my paperwork so I can get my check?
A whole year. You got a whole year, man. So,
I think you should tell the audience, Crystal, about the 1099 rule because I don't think many of them still know that there's a deadline on the 1099. They're still thinking that they have time to still prepare their 1099s and send it out.
Their 1099 should have been done on January 31st, and it should have been gone out on the February 3rd to the IRS already.
Right. And if it didn't go out by then you might be talking to the tax man because they are documenting all of those things. And if your 1099 comes in after that deadline, then you got to talk to Uncle Sam about some late fees and some penalties.
Yeah, there's some late fees. And so while we're talking about time frames, March 15th was actually the day you were supposed to file your corporate taxes. So I hope you filed your extensions.
Say it again. I don't think they heard you.
March 15th was the day for corporate taxes. So hopefully you have someone that's preparing your taxes and they filed an extension or you did. April 17th is regular sole proprietor.
If you're a sole proprietor or an individual,
those taxes are done. May 15th is the tax for your 990s for your nonprofit organizations. So you need to get that in. And your 199 in. Actually, the IRS has been pulling the nonprofit status from a lot of nonprofits. They don't do their 190 in.
Wow.
So, that's what you guys need to be doing.
I'm telling you, if you don't have a good consultant working with you, you don't have an advisor, or your CPA isn't working with you, then you need to get some advice from some type of counsel. You want to talk to legal counsel, find out what the role is, what you need to do. Many individuals, for example, with a nonprofit, they decide to form a nonprofit not knowing what the rules are. And then later on, they didn't file a 990 or they 199 in. And then they're going, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam doesn't care if you knew or not.
No, not.
If you want to play in a certain game, you got to know the rules. And that's really what this is all about.
Yeah, it is. So it's important. Usually when someone asks me for an accountant, I usually send them 3 referrals. And then I suggest that they meet with them. To find out if this is the individual that can help them do whatever it is that they need to do.
Right.
So generally, the ones that I've referred have been very good about doing their due diligence, and I explain to them why it's important.
Well, we've shared some valuable information with our small biz pros out there in the marketplace, and hopefully this is kind of make you going, have you thinking about it and thinking about your CPA, your bookkeeper, your accountant, business consultant, whomever you have helping you to guide your business. We're at the bottom of the hour, and we really want to talk a little bit about our sponsors today, Crystal, before we take our break. And we've got 3 sponsors on the show.
And we do. So one being the Department of General Services for the state of California, and they are the procurement supplier diversity. No calling. It's 3:00. Everybody know that. So the Department of General Services, and they are the Diversity Supplier Procurement Department, right? For the state of California. For you to do certified contractual business with the state.
That's right. And we're doing what we can to help small businesses become certified as an SBE with Department of General Services. So if you don't know how to become certified, the state of California, they've got a 25% set aside. So there's opportunities out there, and 25% of that is going towards small business. So if you're a small business, you want to get certified, reach out to Crystal and I. We can assist you guys and let you know how to become certified in that.
And that is a game changer for how you do business and how much money you make in this business.
That's right.
So it's really, really important that we look at new opportunities that are available, because the traditional way of doing business is not as lucrative as it used to be.
That's right.
And so if you want to stay in business, you got to stay on top of everything.
Exactly.
But before we go away to break, because we still got a few more minutes, Facebook.
Woo. I knew that was coming.
Yeah, boy, 50 million people whose information has been acquired in order to get the nutcase in the White House.
You know, I've often say this in my workshop, Crystal, that there are 5 categories of customers out there. 5. The 3%ers, the 7%ers, the 15%ers, the 25%ers, and the 50%ers.
Right.
And with the 3%ers, we're always talking about how easy it is to get the 3%ers because they're not happy with their current providers and they can't wait to switch.
Right.
They're the low-hanging fruit.
Right.
That right there is a low-hanging fruit. So anyone on the outside who decide to come up with a system similar to Facebook right now, they can grab most of that 50 billion.
This is an opportunity for
you see
them,
what I mean?
Right. Yeah, in fact, it's so much so because some people are making the change to go to Instagram, but you got to remember that's still Facebook. So you got to understand what that is. But I was just looking at here, Elon Musk, he actually has deleted his SpaceX and his Tesla pages from Facebook.
Wow. I heard they also lost $5 billion.
Yeah, $7 billion.
$7 billion.
Yeah.
Since the last 3 or 4 days.
Right.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's big time because the stockholders are not a happy camper. I mean, that's
wouldn't
serious.
be either.
That's serious.
Can you imagine? See, I don't put my personal information. I don't know about my guests here if they put their personal information on Facebook. I never do. Even my birthday, I don't put on there. I mean, people call, hey, happy birthday, but it really isn't my birthday. Because, you see what I mean? Because I don't want to put that on there because you can have trolls like those getting on there going, okay, Gilbert Buchanan, okay, his birthday is this date, and he lives in this area. Now they're putting a profile together on it. You see what I mean?
The only thing that I do is on mine is this me? What's happening over here? Oh, wait. Okay.
That thing got a mind of its own.
Yeah, it's doing its own thing. Speaking of, it just popped off.
Yeah.
My Facebook page is purely a business page.
Yes.
I also use it so there's no hardly ever anything personal about my family or anything on it.
It's all about business.
It's all about business.
I don't entertain those personal relationships on Facebook.
No, I don't tell anybody I'm going to eat anywhere. Unless some friends of mine actually do it from their page.
Yeah, if they're friends of mine and they want to get a hold, call me on my phone, send me an email. I'm not doing that Facebook thing.
Right.
Even my sister, I blocked her on Facebook. I'm serious. She sent me a picture one time, and she was in Florida. She went to some party, and I'm going, ooh, who are those people in the background? What is she doing? I can't have this out there. I can't have my business associates seeing me associating with this. So I blocked her. She wasn't happy, but hey, it's about business.
but because mine's also, my page ties into Recycling Black Dollars page. It ties into BusinessZone page.
Yeah.
So it's very easy for mines to stay that way.
Yeah.
And so I don't do, and then, of course, your LinkedIn, that's a personal page, but it's all business, and it shouldn't be anything else more than that.
Oh, yeah.
So you do have to be very careful. In fact, it's so interesting that happened because in the class, when I teach the young people at Mount SAC, that's one of the conversations I have with them when because we're preparing them to go to work, right?
Yeah.
So I tell them, go take your personal page. If it's got a lot of personal information and things that you would not want your employer to know about, lock it down because you can secure it so no one knows, and then create a very generic page that doesn't have anything other than, your comments and your opinions. But even depending on where you work, you have to be careful with that as well. So it's important that you make sure you're monitoring what you're doing on your pages.
You got to do that. With that being said, Crystal, we're going to go ahead and take a break right now. And again, for those of you who are listening, I really, really want you guys to tune in and make phone calls to our guests and ask them questions because they've got some valuable resources. You're on the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. Take a break.
Hello, meet Larry. Larry is a general contractor. Larry is very good at his craft, but Larry has a very tough time managing his paperwork because he is busy taking care of his clients' needs. Larry just cannot find his important business documents when needed. Larry is also being passed over for bid opportunities from prime contractors because he is perceived as not ready. He doesn't know where his business license, certifications, insurance, and other key corporate documents are located most of the time. Lucy owns an auto body and collision repair shop and has been using a business management and procurement assistance program called Small Biz Pro to keep her business organized, business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. Small Biz Pro is a 3-in-1 cloud-based business management, procurement, and market research assistance system designed to help businesses become business ready, contract ready, and bank loan ready. It also provides back-office operation solutions for small businesses. Lucy is able to stay ahead of her competitors because she uses Small Biz Pro to manage her business daily. Lucy just clicks on Small Biz Pro from her tablet, mobile phone, laptop, or any internet-accessible device for data retrieval, and she's got it. Lucy introduces Larry to Small Biz Pro, and now Larry is more organized and can now find all of his documents and new bid opportunities in seconds. Larry now saves $120 in labor costs for each missing or misplaced document. Just simply go to your web browser and log into smallbizpro.net and register today for a limited 30-day free trial offer. Services start as low as $1 per day. Let's put the competition out of business. Small Biz Pro. If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. Register now at smallbizpro.net and begin saving money. Email info@smallbizpro.net or call 626-533-1186.
On the Business Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And Crystal, who do we have in the studios today?
We have Miss Carmen Torres, and you're going to tell us who she is and what she does.
All right, so we've got Carmen Torres from the National Latina Business Women Association. She is the vice president of the National Latina Business Women Association, which is an economic development organization geared towards supporting and providing opportunities and assistance to women-owned entrepreneurs. Carmen also owns a business called My HR Specialist. She's a human resources professional, and she has done great work in the community, working with small businesses, helping them to learn compliance, learning how to run their business, how to hire, and I won't say fire, but exit people from their organization. And she's been doing this for over 9 years, Carmen?
As a business owner, yes, over 9 years, and I have over 20 years experience in human resources.
That's right. So you've heard it from the source. She is phenomenal, and I would refer her to any small business for guidance and coaching. So without further ado, let's tune into our guest.
And now you two work together, doing some stuff together, right?
Yes.
So why don't you tell them what you do for them?
Well, Carmen and I, we've worked with a few clients in the past. Carmen has referred some clients to me, and vice versa. I've referred clients to her too. And currently, we're working on the BMA, the Business Management Academy, through the National Latina Business Women Association. So Carmen, she's brought me on. This is the second year as being a vice president that she's brought me on to help teaching those classes. But I've been teaching those classes for 4 years now. So Carmen, we really, really appreciate you, and welcome to the Business Zone.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Gilbert.
So did he do okay?
He did okay. He did well, absolutely.
Okay.
I have your bio in my head.
Yes, he still owes you a lunch.
I still owe you lunch.
So welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you here. And I met you a couple weeks ago when we were on
Sandy
Lou's show.
Yes.
And you're helping her out with her show. And it's a pleasure to have you here on our show.
Thank you. I'm really excited. I've been watching your show, and I think you guys have had some amazing individuals. And I'm so looking forward to it.
Great.
We are too. Yeah, we've actually been pretty blessed. Let's see. July of this year will be our second year.
Our second year, second anniversary.
Our second anniversary, and it's been going well, and we are looking forward to it continuing to move forward and doing some other big, great things with it. And so we've been excited. And I think I was born to do this, and he actually, I think, was as well. In fact, and I don't know if you knew the story. I think we said it when we were on Sandy Lou's show that he didn't tell me until after we had already signed papers here that that his degree was actually in communications.
Yes, I think you guys have a great story, and you guys are just naturals at this.
Thank you.
So tell us about yourself. Tell us about the organization that you're running. And I kind of do the same thing. I have a dual position. I run a community-based organization as well as having my own business. So how's that?
Well, it's really great. I'll share a little bit about NLBWA first, the National Latina Business Women's Association. And as this is my second year with the NLBWA as a board member, as the vice president. And I've been a member for about 8 or 9 years now. So that's been really awesome. One of the reasons I decided to become a board member is because I just love the work that they were doing. I love being a part of their community, their programs, particularly the Business Management Academy. In fact, that's the first event that I attended and that I learned when I learned about NLBWA.
Oh, okay.
So ironically, now Gilbert and I definitely, working on that. This is our second year working together as a part of the NLBWA. And obviously, this is not a one-person show when it comes to NLBWA. There's a group of amazing women, starting with Livier, who is the president, and Alyssa. We have Rosa, Wendy, Amanda, Sandy Lou, Gabriella, Lilybeth, and Denise. So there's 10 of us on the board right now.
Oh, fantastic.
And as a matter of fact, we are actually accepting
Zone with
Crystal
and Gilbert Buchanan, your small business paramedic. And today, our second guest in the studio, Crystal,
is another great lady, and her name is Miss Annette Limon, and she's a performer. She sings, she writes music, she produces.
So maybe we can perform something today on
I know,
on the cameras.
Get her to sing for us. But now. I didn't know her in this capacity. I only know her because she is who we work with, our liaison.
Contract provider
with Mount SAC, where I do the teaching, the QuickBooks, and the accounting and bookkeeping class.
Yes.
So this is another side to her. So she has been performing in several places all over Los Angeles. It's called Prophetcy. Is that the name of your group? And she does Christian music. Right? So welcome, Annette, and wow, tell us about this other side of you.
Okay, well, I've started writing, since the early 2000s. My daughter that I mentioned, my 10-year-old daughter, she's helped me write some songs.
Okay.
So the slogan is providing a positive sound to transform society. So being a humanitarian that I am at heart, I decided to go the Christian route to just not even sell the music, because I barely started a publishing and distribution deal with Bentley Records this past August. So it was just to lift spirits and to transform lives.
Have you always sung? Is this something you did as a child, or?
I performed as a child, not sung, but songwrited and performed, dance, but not sang. No, so I never had any professional lessons.
Okay, so one day in 2000 you decided you wanted to sing, huh?
She got moved by the Spirit and said, you better sing.
No, but did you sing in church or?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually sung, and it was really heart-throbbing because when Billy Graham just passed away, his last tour here at the Pasadena Rose Bowl, I sang in his choir.
Oh, very
okay.
good.
So when he did pass away, I thought, like, wow, 99 years old, and I mean, he was an extraordinary speaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I felt really blessed
Yes.
to be in his choir the last performance here at the Rose Bowl.
Oh, fantastic. So you go from different locations around the city and perform.
Yes, I performed at the Viper Room, Silverlake, and our show is this Friday at the Lexington Bar.
Okay.
And that's on 3rd Street in Los Angeles. And the performances that my kids are able to perform with me at are like Pomona Beautification Day or nonprofits, churches, because my son, the 12-year-old Dylan, he plays bongos, and my daughter sings.
Okay.
And I've given her professional lessons. So
Okay.
and
So
she
this-
songwrites as well.
She songwrites. So this is where the real passion is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. And just the comments that I've gotten back from people and how they feel when they listen to the music is inspiring, and it just keeps me going to continue to write.
Okay. And so these are published music. This is published music.
Yes, everything's copywritten.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and so the producing part, I purchase my beats, or me and my cousin, we just start from scratch, because I actually went to Los Angeles Recording Workshop. So after I got my associate's degree in merchandise marketing from the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising, I went on to University of Laverne to get my bachelor's degree in business. And then I went towards my passion, and that's when I went to Los Angeles Recording Workshop for the engineering piece.
Okay.
So, and definitely producing is a man's world. I was in a classroom of 50 people and the only female.
Wow.
And they told me, then one of the instructors there mentioned, why don't you just go to cosmetology school?
Well, how that?
That's always the thing.
And I looked at him, and I said, putting on my lotion, I don't want to go to cosmetology school.
Well, how did he get caught? That's a big leap. From there, from music to producing to cosmo. What did that have to do? One had to do with the other.
Well,
because you're a
he
female.
was trying to push me out of the class.
Out of class.
So I continued to put my fragrance, Bath and Body Works lotion on. I said, no, I'm going to continue here.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah, it is.
Because
Definitely
it
a man's
producing
world.
is a man's world.
I'm sure when you graduated, he probably didn't know what to say, huh? He's going, oh,
actually, he's my friend on LinkedIn. We're actually friends now.
Okay. Well, that's because you stood up to him.
Unbelievable.
Wow, that is unbelievable. Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
So, I know you and I have a lot in common. Singer, songwriter, performer.
We need to do a collaboration.
I know.
Now, did you know?
I did know when I heard the song. I recognized the intro song was Gilbert's
Oh,
voice.
you recognize
Therefore,
it.
I mentioned to him, I said, we need to do a collaboration, because I did win an award.
Yes.
Get Love, the song Get Love, under Christian Reggae.
Oh,
And
really?
I didn't even submit it under Christian Reggae. They gave me an award for
wow.
that song Get Love under Christian
I'm ready.
Reggae.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
so
do
you
it.
know that's what he did in Jamaica, right? Yeah, he was a recording artist in Jamaica. So,
in my other life.
in his other life. And I didn't know this, and then we were here, and he says, "Oh, I got this little jingle for our entry." I went, Okay. And then he says, and now you have to insert, I don't sing, what are you doing? But then we find out. But then he since have gone back and re-recorded the song. And so when he's driving, coming down the back alley and coming to the driveway, it's bumping.
You can hear it. That's my theme song when I enter the room.
Well, there's a lot of money in jingles.
I know. So you and I together, we're going to make this thing happen.
You guys got to do some collaboration.
Yeah, I'm serious.
So did you know he has albums that he's produced in Jamaica?
Yeah.
He's called Billy Buchanan.
Yeah.
We had a little sidebar conversation. I'm like, remember Snoop Dogg went to Jamaica? And now he's actually doing Christian music.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, not that I'll ever veer to secular music, but I just like to lift people's spirits.
Okay.
And I like them to feel good about themselves after hearing music. And I think that's what music is it's a therapy.
Yeah.
Right, it is.
It's definitely therapy, and everybody goes through things. And when I'm writing a song, things that I've gone through, and it's helped me get through things, and will continue.
Right, exactly. Well, with the country western, most of those songs are written from personal experiences that they've gone through. That's how they create their songs.
That's
and
true.
reggae is a little bit like that as well, especially the revolutionary songs.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
The Bob Marley type, the Peter Tosh, and a lot of Dennis Brown and a lot of artists.
Yeah.
They do the revolutionary, the message music.
Yeah.
That's what they call it, message music.
Yes. And the most recent song, Reach Out to You, that I was very fortunate to have DJ Luney Tunez, the Grammy Award winning producer for Rhianna.
Oh, okay.
He did the music for me.
All right.
And that song is about ending racism.
Really?
I collaborated with a friend.
I want to hear that song.
We can play it.
Maybe I can give you a little.
What's it called? Can you find it on YouTube, Laurent?
You can find it. It's on SoundCloud and Reverb Nation.
Oh, really now?
And it's called Reach Out to You.
Oh, man. We're going to have to check this thing out.
Okay.
Let me know when you find it, okay? So we can pop it up there. And
that's really pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but you were songwriting when you were young, but you just then decided that it was not. Does everybody in the family sing? Your mom?
Actually, my older sister does sing, and my younger sister does sing as well as play piano.
Okay.
And so I also play the Native American flute as well.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
You never know who the people other side
That's
is.
What
right?
I'm talking about.
Your other
See,
side.
she didn't know my other side either.
Yeah, I didn't know. Definitely didn't know either one of your other sides. So what's the future? What would you like to have happen with your music?
So when I was approached by Bentley Records to start distributing and publishing the music a year ago, I thought, almost a year ago, it'll be a year in August, I thought, do I really want to sell it, or do I want to continue to give my music away for free? Mm-hmm. But I thought, you know what, I've put a lot of money into this, and so I'm going to keep on writing, keep on producing more music, and I will definitely, continue to sell and continue to perform and get my kids involved more.
Yeah,
well.
Great way to get them to college, right? Because they can go to school on. Did you find it, Laurent?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, so the intro is DJ Luney Tunez, yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
Let's listen to it for about a minute and a half, and
Can I reach out to you?
Can I reach out to you?
Can we come together?
Can we come together?
How can the hatred stop?
Stop that hate.
Let's all get together.
Let's get together.
Stop the fighting and anger.
Stop that fighting and anger. Something in the breeze that chilled me to my bones and brought me to my knees. There must be something else here with me that took away my pain and set me free. When I'm lost, you're still with me. When I'm down and out, you're still with me. When I'm afraid, you're still with me. But I have faith that you're still with me.
In the racism now.
In the racism now.
Let's show people love and mercy.
Mercy.
Let's all come together.
Very nice.
good.
Good
That
song.
was good.
Good song.
Thank you.
So you want to become commercial with it?
Yes, I think that's how you can touch more people's lives.
Yes.
So the more international I go, and that's why I decided to go with Bentley Records, because they're a New York-based company, and they're international. A lot of their artists perform like in Dubai
Oh, okay.
and more in Europe.
Really?
So I think that it's time to reach people on an international level.
I think it has to be at an international level.
To stop and end racism
Yeah.
and just end what's going on in society and the people's mindsets. You know, if it's not religion, you know, it has to be a positive direction.
Right, exactly. Because even with religion as it is today, it's been taken out of context. Because when we look at what's going on in the world today, you know, I grew up in the church, and you know, you're supposed to know right from wrong, and the Bible says you love one another, and it doesn't matter who you are, what color, or whatever. But that's not what we're dealing with now. So I think it has to be other messages that get the message out, so that we can find that place of love.
I got the
Absolutely.
perfect song for you and I to sing.
Okay, great.
It's called Love and Hate.
Great.
So did you write that one?
Oh, yeah. It goes like this. It says, love and hate can never be friends. Da 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 da.
I like it.
Joy and pain can never be the same, yeah.
I like it.
Live together though you're black or white. Crime and violence never make things right. Unification brings a positive change, yeah.
Oh, that's it. That's
You and
it. I like it.
Nice.
I can already
Every
hear
day, but
the
I
instruments.
still-
I can hear the guitar, acoustic.
So that's the next hit for us.
Okay, I love
We're going
it.
to take
Love
this
and
to
hate.
Bentley Records and make some money.
Yeah,
Okay.
when he went back in to redo the song, he was like, okay, I think I'm back.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
He felt it. He felt it. But yeah, you're absolutely right. But people don't trust our government right now.
Oh,
They
no.
don't trust our politicians. So the way to touch people on a worldwide spectrum is through music.
Yeah, I think so. And then music, that's what it does for you, right? And that's the one element that brings everyone together. It doesn't, because you will sing.
No color line.
No, it has
through
no
music.
color line. Music, it has no color line. It has no language lines. It is what it is.
Absolutely.
Right now,
I love country music as well, too. So I was actually thinking of a country song recently. I was like, maybe because country is really close to Christian music,
Yeah, it is.
too.
Yeah.
Talking about love and
well, that's all of it. The blues, all of that kind of came out of the same genre.
reggae.
Like reggae, yeah. And
instead of talking about shooting people and females with their butts and you know.
exactly.
You know what's amazing? Bob Marley has a lot of songs that in Africa, they're like anthem. And one of them is War, and another one is like Love Jah or something like that. Amazing. Those Africans know every word. They don't speak English, but they know every word of Bob Marley's song. Every word.
And this is how interesting it is with music. I watch a lot of international movies and so forth, and the Indian movies, and it's all about the music, right? And so every now and then when you're on Facebook, you see there are certain dances that and we're talking out in, they don't have television, so they don't know what American, they don't see American children dancing, but when you look at their dance moves, those are the same moves that the young people are, and we're talking babies, that they do today. So that's the international music and dance is a very international, and I think everybody connects on that level.
I agree, and so there shouldn't be any fighting.
Shouldn't be
there
at all.
shouldn't be any shootings. I mean, when you're
exactly.
at a concert, there's no nonsense.
No,
there
none of
shouldn't
that
be
stuff.
any of that.
It shouldn't be ever. You should never feel like you're in danger when you go to, because that's entertainment,
That's true.
that's the way it should be, and it's supposed to be in a good place.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the business side of what you're doing. So So you're putting together music, you're making beautiful music and all of that. How is the business side? You got everything all set up. You got your business license. You got your fictitious business name. You got all of that going.
Yes. So everything is under Prophetcy.
Okay.
So as you see, like I have the Reverb Nation page, and you can purchase all my music on iTunes, Spotify. I copyright everything because, as I mentioned, I purchased the beats, so I get to copyright everything, the songwriting piece.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So when you purchase it, then you get to do that with
yes,
Oh.
or creating it from scratch. You get to copyright everything.
That's cool.
So you're the singer, songwriter, and the producer.
That's
Okay.
So.
And then your children, they're featured in the music as well.
Yes.
So, okay.
Yes. And they do like performing. And like I mentioned, my daughter, she helps me with the songwriting piece.
Okay.
So she helped me with a song called Peace on Earth because I wanted to say something. She goes, "Do you want a war or do you want to stop a war, Mom?" And I said, "You're absolutely right. I want peace on Earth. I want to stop a war. I don't want to cause a war or have people fighting more than they already are."
Right.
So she's very instrumental in songwriting.
That's good.
Okay,
She keeps you in check.
She does. She keeps you
Is
in
that
check.
what she would like to do when she, her future occupation?
Yeah. Yes. I think that the singing and songwriting piece and her being an artist because she likes to draw a lot and paint, so she features her paintings in her room.
Oh, good.
Okay,
I think
she's
just
very creative then.
Yes, very creative. I think all around that's her
Okay.
gift.
Sound like you guys have a little empire building there.
Yeah.
You're building a little empire.
Yes, and it's funny that you mentioned that, and that it's Women's Appreciation Month, because when I was in my 20s, I got approached by Virgin Records to work with them as their artist. But
Oh.
I said, well, then, what is it going to be? Are you going to put me in some little shorts and dye my hair blonde?
Yeah.
I'm like, can I still be Christian music? And of course not.
Right.
Of course not.
It
They
wasn't that,
said,
right.
you got to look at us as a bank. We front you the money, and then when you get established, then you can do what you want to do.
Right.
But
So-
I didn't take the opportunity because, if you dye my hair blonde and put me in some little shorts, then I go back to Christian music. How hypocritical would that have
Yeah.
been?
Right, exactly.
So, going into being a producer as a female is very, very difficult. I think Missy Elliott's the only one that's even been
But now,
successful at it.
on the gospel side, there are a lot of women, a lot of Christian artists that they've made a major impact and living off of singing Christian music.
Like
Kirk
Yes.
Franklin,
Like Mary.
Mary Mary's. They're one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's and even now on the contemporary side,
And that family, what are they called again? There are like 15 of them. The Wine-Ins.
The
Wine-ins,
Yeah.
the Wine-ins, yeah.
Yeah.
they've become, they've created a whole industry,
Yeah.
a gospel industry,
Yeah.
Yes.
where it wasn't there before.
Where it wasn't.
You're right,
It
you're
wasn't,
right. And
yeah.
then that new movie that just was released, I Can Only Imagine, by Mercy Me. So
Yeah.
it's his whole autobiography of, why he wrote that song,
Right.
and that's when you're writing songs, it's real life stories, things that have happened to you and how you overcame adversities.
Right, exactly.
So
Well,
you
that's
can
usually
hear
what
that
it
in the music,
Right, exactly.
and through me and my songs, it's always been leaning towards God.
Yeah.
That's haven't let me down, because people will let you down all day long.
Yeah, that they will. Yeah, but I think, and even in the contemporary Christian music, there's a space. They've created a genre that is, can be kind of lucrative for those that are in that industry.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess it's just whoever is producing or the music and those individuals that do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm so excited that you've gotten the accolades and the recognition that you have in your in your music with these labels and these different companies. That's great. I was at one of her first concerts that she went to.
Yes, that was off of Sunset, I believe. You were at Bordner's.
Yeah.
So you had attended one of my
Yeah,
concerts.
so I saw her perform,
Okay.
and there was a variety of artists there, some rappers,
Yes,
and
yes. And so the same will be this upcoming Friday on the 30th at the Lexington.
Yeah.
So we did sell at the show,
Yeah.
but they said they may have tickets at the door. So please still do come.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please do come.
Let the audience
Lexington.
know how they can get a hold of tickets and how they can get a hold of you.
Okay, you can get a hold of me at Annette Limon. So if you can call me directly at 909-532-6771, or you can email me at Annette_Limon@yahoo.com. Or you can like me on Facebook, Annette Limon, or Prophetcy, my private page, PROPHET, so it's Prophet, CY. Like my page, you can like me on Instagram, Annette Limon. And directly just contact me and ask me any questions that you may have, because I know there's a lot of up-and-coming artists that may be interested in collaborating, and I'm open to collaborating.
Now, do you write music for other groups as well?
I haven't. No, usually when we collaborate, like me and Gilbert we'll write the music together, so we get to be on the copyright together.
Alrighty.
And so, no, I don't write for other people. I haven't gone that route. I'm not saying I'm opposed to it. I would write for other people.
Right.
But, I do enjoy collaborations, because when you put more than two people together,
It's powerful.
Something great comes out of it.
Exactly.
Something great.
Now, the publishing, do you own the publishing on all your songs?
No. Well, I do own the publishing, except for the ones that I submit to Bentley Records.
Also, they own that?
Well, the contract is only a year, so the contract will be up in August.
That means they're gonna make all that money on that for a year. That's them. They're gonna earn.
It's only the songs I submit, and we have an 80-20 cut.
Who gets 80?
I get 80. So it's an 80-20 cut.
From this point forward, I want you to be responsible for your publishing for all your songs, because that's where a lot of artists. I've been in this for over 30 years. Okay.
Yes.
And a lot of my songs gets ripped off. A lot of my songs. There's a lot of songs I have out there right now that's playing that I haven't got a penny for. Okay.
Oh, because you didn't copyright them?
I didn't copyright some of them, and I didn't publish some of them.
Oh, okay.
So the publishing is the biggest piece of the pie. And a lot of us artists, we don't know that. We thought owning it or recording it or being the producer is where it's at. The publishing. Because with the publishing, you can sing it, I can sing it, another person can sing it, and every person who sings it, you get a piece of that pie. You see what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. So that's why I've been careful too. I've only released 3 songs through them out of my songs. Yeah. So I released Peace on Earth, Para Todos, and Reach Out to You. Yeah. Because they go through BMI as well. So I'm a part of BMI.
Because, see, they're international, so they're selling it in places you don't even know.
Europe.
And they're making money on that publishing. Europe. You see what I'm saying? So moving forward, you want to own the publishing rights. I was watching a video with Dr. Dre.
Oh, okay.
And Snoop. They call it the 80s, they call it the disruptors. They were disruptive when they're coming up.
They were.
And that's how they made their money. Well, at first they didn't make any money because the producers and the managers, they own the publishing rights to their music. Yeah. So they couldn't do anything.
In the beginning.
So but now they're owning all their publishing rights. So that's where the money is. Someone does a commercial with your song and they own the publishing, you don't get a cent from that.
Remember, that was what Straight Outta Compton was about.
Yeah, exactly.
Was because Ice Cube.
Ice Cube, yeah.
He's like, wait a minute, where our money?
Exactly.
Right? But after they finished with all the touring and all that, there was nothing left over for them. And he's like, wait a minute.
Right.
But they were giving Eazy-E his money.
Yeah.
He had worked a little side deal on his.
And the others in the group, they weren't
getting any money.
That reminds me of TLC, how they went bankrupt.
Yes.
That's why a lot of them. Remember when Tony Braxton went bankrupt?
Yeah.
And you're thinking, wait a minute, she's performing everywhere. But I think Gilbert's absolutely right.
Exactly.
I mean, you're so generally in that industry or anything that's artistic, right? Yes. You're so happy that someone is allowing you to perform, and you forget or you don't even know the business side.
That's right.
But those that take advantage, there are a lot of rappers and a lot of individuals out there that should probably be richer than they are.
Oh yeah.
They're
But-
not bankrupt.
But they are bankrupt,
Yeah.
and
Not
that's the
bankrupt.
reason why.
Just remember, your publishing lives forever. Because that song is going to be there for, and everywhere it plays, you get when they play it on the radio, they do a commercial with it, someone use it in a show production, you get a cut for that. But if it's not published by you, whomever controls it, and most of the studios and the producers, that's the first thing they try to do is own the publishing, because they know that's where the money is. You see what I mean? Prince had a problem too with
That's
his
why I
label
give up
because
his
they
name.
own his publishing, and he's going, no, not anymore. And that's why he changed his name from Prince to the sign.
Yeah, to the symbol.
Yeah. So he can get his publishing right. So everything he did under that symbol, the publishing went to him.
Well, and that actually is some of the drama behind his death, right?
Yeah.
Because he had just purchased he got all his music back
Yes.
from Sony.
Yes, he got his publishing
right.
rights.
He got his publishing rights back
Yeah.
from Sony, and then of course, then he died. And then somehow or another he died in probate.
Yeah.
Right, which doesn't even make sense to me because he was a very smart man.
Oh, yeah.
But then recently his family member sold the rights back to Sony.
What?
Yeah, they got it back.
That is crazy.
And that's the same thing with Michael. Remember that fight
Yeah.
with the Beatles
Yes.
and so forth?
Yes.
Yes.
And so he's right. The
Yeah.
publishing is where the
yeah.
money is.
See, you are in a better position right now than I have been because you're on a big label. You're associated with the BMIs and the Bentleys. I wasn't associated with any of those big guys. I was with those little fly-by-night labels. You see what I mean?
Oh,
but they
okay.
still got my
They
songs.
got a hold of your songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got
There's
a
a
hold of
song
your
right
songs.
now that's playing on YouTube that I haven't seen a cent for.
Oh, and it's yours?
Yeah, it's mine. I
wow.
sung the song. It's mine. I wrote the lyrics and everything. That's the one that's called Minomix.
Uh-huh.
That's the one. If you go to YouTube right now and type Minomix with Gilly Buchanan, you see it right there. And those guys are making a killing. So I got to figure out a way how to get back claim the rights on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I understand.
So there's a lot to be made by us right there. I got a lot of songs that we can make some money on.
And you've learned a lesson.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's it. The business side is the side of, I don't care what we're doing, whether you're
Yeah.
artistic
Yes.
or whether it's what I do, but being able to protect what's yours, but understanding not just your piece of it, but the
Yeah.
full piece of the business that you're in.
Yeah.
You're right. You're
Oh, yeah.
right.
Right? Because that's where you look around and you go, it's the producers and the people behind the
Hey,
scenes
oh,
that
yeah.
make all the money.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But because didn't you ask yourself, how could you be doing all those tours
Yeah.
and everything, and at the same time be filing bankruptcy?
Exactly.
I was shocked.
Yeah.
You see stories every day. You see them all the
Yeah.
time. We're like, really?
Yeah.
TLC? And
Oh, yeah.
there's just segments where they're annually making $30,000
Yeah.
as an artist.
Yeah.
Annually making
Yeah.
$30,000.
Right.
Well, why quit your day job?
Right.
I lived in Panama for a year, and while I was there, I was doing my music, and I was trying to get it, released and published and all of that. There are 4 major labels in Panama, okay? I think one of them is called Padisco, the other one is Sonomundo, the other 2 I don't remember, right? So I went to Sonomundo. They love my song, they love my style, but they didn't want to give me the credit that I deserve. They want to give me 12% for everything, even though I wrote, I sung, and I produced the song. I should have gotten 12% for each of those categories. That would be 36, right? They didn't want to do it. They just want to give me 12%, and I said no. So they didn't like that. So Panama is small, so they just called the other 3 labels and said, hey, this guy's coming to you. Don't give him a deal. He's a jerk.
Oh, wow.
So I never got a deal.
Blackballed you.
Yeah, I never got a deal. So every one of those labels I went to, they wouldn't do business with me. And this is what the guy was doing from Sonomundo. So while my song was playing, because they're auditioning
Yes.
my song, right? While my song was playing, he had a recording device under his desk. So he's recording my song. So he was getting ready to tell me no, but then take my song and release it. Right?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So you saw that?
I saw that. I said, hey, what's going on there? And he's acting like he didn't understand me, speaking in Spanish. Going, no entiendo. No entiendo. You better turn that off right now. No entiendo. So that's what happened.
No entiendo, no dinero.
Wow.
So that's what happened. So, they kicked me out and say, oh, I'm not going to do business with this guy. He's a troublemaker. So I say, hey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I've been through a lot. So that's why with your knowledge and stuff and mine, we put that together.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So
what would you, for advice for those that are in the music business, what would you, just an artist starting out, and what would you suggest?
As an artist starting out, one of the first things I'd say is make sure when you write all your songs, you get them copyrighted immediately, ASAP. And don't do that old school copywriting stuff where you put it in an envelope, seal it, and mail it to yourself. That doesn't work. Doesn't work.
The poor man's copyright.
Yeah, the poor man's copyright. Don't do that. Make sure that when you copyright it, you can copyright with the Performing Arts Society. That's one place you can copyright with. Or there's an organization here called Copyrights Association or something like that. Copyright your material. That's the first thing you do before you go to a producer and try to pitch your song. Because a lot of them have recording devices that you don't know about, and they're listening to you, and they say, oh, go ahead, let me hear you. And while you're singing, getting all excited, they're recording you. And next
now
thing
they
you know,
can do that with your phone, right?
Yeah.
Upload it to YouTube
Exactly.
and voila.
And the next thing you know, you hear your song out there, and you know it's your voice, but it has somebody else's name on it.
Wow.
So make sure you do that. The next thing you want to do is make sure you get the publishing right. So as soon as you copyright the song, then you want to make sure that you publish it. So get it recorded registered with a publishing company. Then you can approach these labels.
Okay.
That's what I would recommend. See, I didn't do those things. So I'm telling you from experience, I didn't do any of those things, and I got burnt big time. Wow. I did a song in Jamaica, and I only got $200 for it.
Oh, whoa.
$200. $200. And the song was a hit. It was on the top 20 chart in England because it's a compilation. It's an all-star album. Mm-hmm. So we all sung on the same rhythm, right?
Okay.
So the producer, he produced the rhythm. So he had like 10 to 12 different artists singing on the same rhythm.
Okay.
That's what we did, right? And it was a hit. And I know my song was one of the hit songs because, when people play the album, they play mine with two others.
Okay.
So there are 3 songs that they play popularly.
Oh, okay.
Right. So all of those things happened. Those are experiences I had. So I'm trying to share with you.
Lessons learned. Yeah, and those lessons can be very costly in that industry.
So we got 4 minutes to go.
Wow. Well,
time flies so quickly.
You two are just blew me away. This whole creative side to both of you. But that's fantastic. I mean, you got to live your passion, right?
Definitely,
you got to live in your passion.
Definitely.
I'm so happy to hear what you're doing. This is great.
Thank you. Thank you. So definitely, I hope to see everybody next Friday on the 30th at the Lexington.
Tell them how to get there.
129 3rd Street in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. And there'll be tickets available at the door because online the tickets sold out. Mm-hmm. So I do have some free tickets. So if you need free tickets, give me a call, 909-532-6771.
I like the way you say that. If you need free tickets, like everybody needs free tickets for that. If you need free tickets.
But you need to buy me a drink.
Well, there you go. Well, that has been absolutely wonderful. We got about a few minutes. So I want to, tomorrow morning, there's a Salute to Black Women Business Conference Expo and Awards Luncheon. They are honoring 5 amazing women, one of them being Jackie B, my co-partner at Recycling Black Dollars, and Alicia White Madison, who is the founder of the Bella Network, which is the organization that I belong to, and Edna Sims, and Vivian Bowers, who has a legacy business. Her and her family have owned cleaners for like 30, 40 years, so she's being honored. And Ozzy Gonzalez, I think it's Gonzalez Kell. And so they're all receiving honors tomorrow, and it is at the BBA, the Black Business Association, and the tickets are $65, and the location is at the LA Hotel downtown at 3330 333 South Figueroa Street. So if you're interested, reach out to the BBALA.org and get your tickets. And we will see you there tomorrow.
Excellent. And I pretty much, the only thing I have coming up, on Tuesday, I have the workshop. It's a capability statement workshop with the National Latina Business Women Association. It's a business management academy. It's going to be downtown at La Plaza de la Cultura y Artes, and that will be downtown right across from, what's the name of that place? Alvera Street. Right across from Alvera Street. So we're going to have that on Tuesday. And on Thursday, we have the mastermind class. Crystal and I have the mastermind class at the Urban League, the LA Urban League. And this week's class, we're going to cover cash flow management. And cash flow.
I guess I'm teaching.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'm teaching on Saturday.
And Crystal will be covering. Is it cash flow? No, it's not cash flow. It's business infrastructure. I'm sorry. It's business infrastructure. We'll talk about best practice, how to develop your corporation, how to develop your business and all that. But the following week will be cash flow management, and Crystal will be teaching that. So it's every Thursday from 4 to 6 at the LA Urban League downtown.
All righty. Not downtown, around the corner.
Right around the corner.
In Leimert.
So with that being said, we really want to thank our special guest, Miss Annette Limon.
Thank you, Annette. It's been a pleasure, and it's great
Always a pleasure.
learning this side of you and getting to know this side of you. I'm very impressed, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you two
I can't wait to collaborate with her.
Yeah,
she got all this pull. This leverage.
Yeah, get him back in the studio.
I know.
He needs a creative outlet.
I do.
He works way too much.
I do.
So I think we need to get him back. So if you're the catalyst to get him back in, that's cool.
I'm looking forward to it.
And we want to wish everyone, again, all the women, a historical March. Happy Women's Business History Month.
Yep.
And next month is April. Mm-hmm. And that month is
Small Business Month.
Actually, is National Black Business Month next month.
Okay.
So we're going to bring some great guests. I'm looking to. I reached out to Kern Price today.
Good.
And I think I'm going to try to reach out to Jan Perry.
Excellent.
And some other individuals.
That's beautiful.
And then some other businesses that are in the community and highlight them. And it's all about recycling our black dollars.
That's what I'm talking about.
And using our dollars within our community and so our voices will be heard.
Excellent.
So we want to thank you guys once again for tuning into the Business Zone, and we look forward to you coming back next week.
That's right.
So we'll see you next Friday.
On behalf of my co-host,
Crystal,
and Gilbert Buchanan, you're on the Business Zone, and tune in next Friday from 3 to 5. We're out.
See you next week.
As a small biz pro, I saw we roll, using procurement, program, and control. As a small biz pro, I saw we grow, using procurement, program, and control. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Ooh, yeah. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Ooh, yeah. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman, yes, I'm an entrepreneur. Ooh, yeah. Crystal Mitchell, do you have my business plan? Just review the pages of my marketing plan. Crystal Mitchell, do you have my business plan?